Two of the hottest teams in MLS Next Pro get set to meet for the second time this season as Austin FC 2 takes on Timbers2 from Palmer Field at St. David's Performance Center in the capital here in Austin, Texas. You look at both these two teams. For Austin coming in on a 3-game winning streak. Meanwhile, a big win for Timbers2 coming off a victory on Thursday against Houston. They have now won 4 in a row as we take a look at the standings here tonight. Right now, Austin in that second spot with 28 points, right behind Colorado Rapids 2. Meanwhile, coming into the evening, Timbers were 8th, but with a full slate of games right now, 10th here with 18 points. So a chance for them to move up into the standings as they hope to leap up, frog up into that 6th spot. This is the second meeting between these two sides. In the first one, Austin gained the victory up in Portland by a score of 1-0, and now they look to do the same thing at home. You look at this Timbers2 side, a big win against the Dynamo on Thursday night by a score of 2-1. They look for their 5th straight win going against an Austin FC side that has the best record at home in all of MLS Next Pro. 6 wins in total right now for Austin FC as they hope to make it 7. As we'll take a look at our starting 11, we'll begin with Brett Utley's Austin FC side. Damian Loss once again getting the start, 37 saves on the year, and he's got 6 clean sheets. And then you look at up top, David Rodriguez, second on the team in scoring with 4 goals on the year behind Valentin Noel. It's going to be key for both sides in their back lines there as you take a look at Austin FC's. And now on the other side for Timbers2, look out for Julian Bravo and Tyler Clegg. Those 2 center backs, they are going to be crucial here tonight. Ryan Bilicek, 37 saves on the year. He also has 2 clean sheets, but it's those big men up top. They're going to try to stretch the back line of Austin. Ikoba had a goal in the win over Houston, as did Monzon. They'll look to build on their scoring power here once again tonight against Austin FC as we'll take a look at what happens. This game could very much be won in the midfield. You go back a couple games ago, Josh Penn against North Texas had to brace his first goals of the year. If he can get going offensively, that's going to be a huge key for Timbers2. Timbers2 looking for their 7th win on the season. They're looking for just their 3rd road win of the year. Meanwhile, Austin FC hoping to get their 9th win here this evening, taking on this Timbers2 side. It's going to be a warm one as well. We'll see how he could play a factor for both these sides here tonight. You're looking at this Timbers2 side, played on Wednesday night. Meanwhile, Austin FC, they've had the week off. They played on Sunday, getting the win against St. Louis by a score of 1-0. Both teams out. Austin FC tonight in their green tops, black bottoms. Meanwhile, Timbers2 in the brown tops with the black bottoms. Final meeting of the season, regular season, between these two sides. This June, MLS Next Pro is happy to celebrate Pride Month and support our LGBTQ fans and community. The beautiful game is for everyone. Austin FC rested legs. We'll see how that plays a factor here this evening, with Timbers2 having played already on Thursday as the 2 captains come to the center of the field and now jog off to their respective touch lines. First meeting here ever between these two sides at Palmer Field. Beautiful venue here at St. David's Performance Center in Austin, Texas. Another great crowd out tonight to watch their 2 teams take on one another. Look at Austin FC. We talked about it at the top. Damian Loss, 6 clean sheets on the year, best in MLS Next Pro. But right now, Ryan Bilicek starting to find his groove for Timbers2. He has 2 clean sheets on the year, just allowed the 1 goal against the Dynamo. Back lines will be huge here tonight against 2 sides that can score. It's going to really be a battle of what the center backs do here for both sides, going against the attackers and Tega Yacoba as well as Florian Monzon for Timbers2. And then you look at Sebastian Pino getting the start tonight. David Rodriguez up top as well as Micah Burton. But Valentin Noel, he's going to play a huge piece tonight for Austin. The 24-year-old Frenchman, he's been key for Austin this season. Verde and Green coming out to the field. Timbers2 out as well. I've seen some movement with 9 different games here today in an MLS Next Pro. Could see some more here this evening as Timbers2 hopes to get 3 points on the road to move up in the standings. Right now, Austin 4 points back of Colorado here in the Western Conference. Both sides on winning streaks. Austin FC having won 3 straight. That was after they dropped 3 in a row, so they've really bounced back, found some consistency. Meanwhile, Timbers2, they're on a 4-game winning streak, best ever in club history. And we are underway from Austin, Texas, as Austin FC welcomes in Timbers2 from Palmer Field at St. David's Performance Center. I'm Josh Toll, thrilled to be with you. Portland will begin by advancing forward as Weber plays this out wide. Here's Joshua Penn. This takes deflection. First corner coming early here for Timbers2. Josh Penn, you go back a couple games ago, a brace against North Texas. A little sigh of relief for him as he now gets on the score sheet. During this 4-game winning streak for Timbers2, outscoring their opponents 10-4 in that time frame. Inward swinging ball set up for Timbers. Driven back post. Headed out. This is going to go out of play. Last touched by Timbers2. So now a chance there. Damian Loss. 37 saves on the year. That's top 5 in MLS Next Pro. On the other side, Ryan Bilczek tied with 37 saves as well. So this game could very much come down to which keeper makes the bigger stops. Pino will keep it in on the touchline. Driving Tyler Clegg backwards as this is going to be played out by Julian Bravo. Bravo we've seen at the outside back position. Tonight starting at center back for head coach Shannon Murray. So different look for Timbers2. Talking to both coaches, really the keys to these winning streaks, the consistency they've had on the field with the same starting lineups. That's always a big thing, as this is last touch by Timbers. We'll give the ball away. With head coach Shannon Murray about this Austin FC side. He talks about how they've been a quality team, very consistent, very well coached, keeps a good structure. And you go back to the last time these two teams met, David Rodriguez had the goal in the first 4 minutes of play. They got an early goal in that one, were able to get good rhythm. They can't let them get that rhythm like they had in that first game. It's going to be a tough one. Playing in the heat and the turf will be a factor here tonight. 100 degrees here to start at kick. It's going to be a test, and that's what he's looking to see, is how do they respond to the test. Meanwhile, on the other side for Austin FC, Brett Utley talking about the game coming in, talking about this run that Portland's been on here. It's been a very good one, very consistent. Got a great win against Houston the other night. They've been improving steadily and really added some players, and that's been key for this Timbers2 side. The first game, he felt that they had the game under control for the first part, but really this Timbers side really giving it to them their last 20 minutes, really increased the intensity, put them under pressure, and they're going to have to be able to watch for that here tonight. Timbers2 able to create opportunities in that last game, but Damian Loss, of course, with a big save to keep Timbers2 off the score sheet. Loss in the purple shorts and pink top tonight. With head coach Brett Utley about Damian Loss, just really his shot-stopping ability has been huge. His key to lead that back line, his communication, a very good thing. He's just a rock back there for this team. Talk about how locked in he gets in games, can go minutes without seeing a ball, without getting a touch on the ball, but just always in tune with the game and what's coming at him. Made some big saves in the win against St. Louis. Big save after big save, really helped keep his team in throughout the season. A nice little slip ball here and a chance for Austin. Drop back for Pino, but he can't get his foot to it. This ball will be played up by Pope. Last touch by Austin. Blake Pope returning to his home state, grew up in Prosper, Texas. Nice little through ball right there, and there's Valentin Noel. You have to watch out for him. Slips it into Mike Burton. Mike Burton wanting to come back to Pino. You can see behind that left leg. If that's given to that right leg, that's going to be a shooting chance for Austin, as this is flipped on by Pope and given right back to Austin. This ball deflected away, and Austin now will have their first corner of the game. So Valentin Noel will walk over to the far corner, the 24-year-old from France. Great collegiate career at the University of Pittsburgh, where he was a Mack Hermann Trophy finalist. 35 goals, 13 assists in his career. Now the former Pitt Panther will get set to play it in with the right foot. He'll play it short. Toure plays it back. Noel back to Shaq Toure. Noel on the end line, tripped up. Let's see where they say, is it on the edge? No, they're gonna rule this out of play. So take a look back. Noel and company wanted to call, do not get it. Here's Keyshawn Ferdinand. He'll relay it back to Tyler Clegg. Clegg, a big boy back there at 6'4". Ferdinand playing it down the line. Nodded away there by Mazzaferro. Mazzaferro, the 21-year-old out of Toronto. Timbers2 getting just their second road win of the season on Thursday night against the Dynamo. Here's Josh Penn. Penn serves it in. Good service there by Penn, but unable to connect with Florian Monzon. Monzon leading the team in scoring. Penn with a chance. You see it getting clipped there by Toure. Can't connect with Monzon. Now Austin will look to build out of the back. Headed down by Ferdinand to Clegg, gets it on the return. Ferdinand turns away. Penn. Here's Weber. Cafferty. Mazzaferro, the third-round draft pick in this year's draft. Patience here from Austin. Diagonal ball, nice ball ahead to Rodriguez. Toure, he'll turn away from traffic. Asensio nearly gives the ball away. Penn almost taking that for Timbers2. And now Ferdinand will intercept the pass. Vang will drop it back. Here's Penn. Little back heel ball. Bravo will play it all the way back here. Ryan Bilichuk. Vang being pressured from behind by Ramirez. Ramirez, one of the players that head coach Brett Utley has just talked about the consistency he's brought in his first season with the club. Coming over from Mexico. Penn has numbers out to the right. That's where he'll go. Pope with the right. Deflected out of play. Another corner coming here for Timbers 2. Nice little ball out wide. Blake Pope gets the shot attempt as it ricochets away. So that'll send Joshua Penn over the far side of the field. Sets up with his left foot. Here's the former Indiana Hoosier. Near post. Nodded away by Montefiore. Pope plays it out wide to the touchline. Going up for that one was Victor Griffith. Griffith, another player bringing experience to this Timbers side, has 10 appearances with Panama's national team. Toure with space to use. Cafferty will get it on the return. Ramirez plays it out wide. Now down the line. Burton plays it back. Runs on with the pressure. Talking with head coach Brett Utley about this 3-game winning streak for Austin as this is played down the line. A chance here for Noel. Ramirez. Burton. Talking about this 3-game winning streak. Talked about how they came off a tough period after losing 3 in a row. You see the highs and lows and the evolution of a team. It's about how you bounce back, and they've done that. Resiliency coming from behind to beat different teams, seeing different challenges during that time frame. Really, these last 3 games, they've tested in different ways, each opponent bringing in different tactical elements. And it's really been great to see as players exposed to those elements and really adapting in a new way. Of course, these two have familiarity, playing earlier this season up in Portland, with Austin getting the 1-0 win. Shakturi will head over to the touchline, and now he'll back off. And the 25-year-old Joe Hafferty will come over. Headed back. Ferdinand. Pope will send it towards midfield. No one up front, though, for Timbers. Cafferty. Here's Toure. Look at Shaq Toure from the Netherlands. Coach Utley says he's a great personality, really adapting to the team and the club. Great player. Good within, without the ball. His experience has been one of the keys that this Austin side has been relying on. Has gone up against some tough players on the wings, and he'll have another good challenge here tonight against Josh Penn and see how he reacts. Moreno plays it over to Vang. Gives it back, Weber. Into the circle. Griffith will play it out. Austin really wants to dive a little bit further and see what else Shakturi can do. Player with experience, though, coming from overseas. Flag will move up the field. Pope trying to get by the hip right there of Asensio, unable to do so. This portion of the match is brought to you by Adidas, the official partner of Austin 2. Careless throw on that one. Ferdinand giving the ball right back to Austin in the final third. It's not on the same page as the player he intended that pass for was coming back to him, and he played it down towards the end line instead. Communication, there's some kinks still to work out. Look at Timbers 2, the big change, consistency in the lineup, especially the back line, really the same for both sides. That's been a key piece. Hafferty. So both teams patient with the ball, not trying to force anything. Last thing you want is a careless error like we just saw on the throw. Get to see a shot on target for either side. It's really been more of a game of possessing the ball at the moment. See which team decides to be a little bit more creative here. Ramirez playing near side. Rodriguez has Toure to his right. Back to Ramirez. Nice ball in, headed, and this is going to be covered up by Bilichuk. That was a nice attempt there. Noel sending it across. Had a runner there in Sebastian Pino. Look at this beautiful ball sent in by Ramirez, headed over. And if Pino can get to that, maybe he can tap it beyond the goalkeeper, Ryan Bilichuk. Rodriguez has room to work with. Rodriguez to his left foot. Referee says it was clean. Great chance for Rodriguez. He had Steven Luis John on the outside. Could have played it over to the 18-year-old. Tried to take it himself, though. Take a look back at this replay. Rodriguez doing a great job getting by Weber. Maybe one too many touches, and then he hits the back leg of Bravo. Good no call right there by the referee.
I don't see anyone down.
Deshaun Beard, the main man in charge. Doing a great job being in the right position to see that. Long ball headed back. And Bilichuk will be able to slow this down. Looking at both these two teams, both times for these teams, last time they lost back in May. For Austin FC, their last loss coming May 28th on the road against Houston. Meanwhile, for Timbers 2, their last loss May 25th at home against St. Louis. See what happens this evening as both these two teams hope to come up with 3 points. A win tonight for Austin. They could be 1 point behind Colorado Rapids 2 as they trail right now 2-0. Bravo plays it down the line. Nice little dummy ball there by Penn, but couldn't stay in play. Toure creeping up a little bit too far. Noel, back to Toure. That's Farrell, play it over to Hafferty. A little pressure there by Monzon. Diagonal ball coming to the far side of the pitch. Ramirez. Burton. See the patience here by Austin. Really just going around the horn right now to both sides. Rodriguez trying to get by Weber. The cross, and that's deflected and in for the opening goal for Austin FC. Sebastian Pino puts Austin on the scoreboard first here in the 21st minute. Looked like Belichick got his hand to that ball, but unable to make the save. A nice ball in here by Rodriguez. Here, the ball coming to Rodriguez, gets by Weber, creates enough space, and then you see going right to the near post, it's Pino, and gets it through for the opening goal of the game for Austin. First goal of the season for the man from Chile. Rodriguez with a beautiful ball on the assist over. That's just a smart run there by Pino, going right to that near post on the diagonal run, just putting his foot out and directing it in on the near post. Pino out of Santiago, Chile, can represent both Chile and Peru, as his mom is from Peru. He's played U20 for both sides. A lot of different dual citizens across MLS Next Pro. It's always got to be a tough decision which country you ultimately want to represent. Second assist of the season for David Rodriguez. Now the question is for Timbers2, how do they respond? See if they're trying to get a quick one and get back into this. Ramirez. I'd say for Timbers2, a good thing was playing on Thursday night, so getting used to the heat here in the state of Texas. That ball nearly reached David Rodriguez. But right now, talked about it before the game, back line. Austin doing a good job of stretching that line, creating opportunities on the wings. Toure will come over for the corner. Austin will play it short. Toure. Back heel ball. Noel. Back post. And that will find its way out. And let's see, we will have a goal. No, this is going to stay for a corner. So this must have just nicked someone's head. There in the back row there, you could see it. Yep, does hit a Timber2 player and goes out of play. And now Toure to the opposite side of the field. Austin looking for their second goal here in the span of 3 minutes. Once again going short. Toure lofts it in, no one there, but clear as far as Stevie St. Louis Jean. Headed in, sent away by Clegg. Vang will play it out wide. Noel will track it down at the touchline, though. Ramirez. Rodriguez. Ramirez to the opposite side of the box. Ferdinand wins position. Rodriguez into the center of the pitch. This ball stamped out there by Victor Griffith. Given right back, though, to Austin. Jean will play it into the circle. Toure. Ramirez, Hafferty. Nearly intercepted, comes to the feet now, Rodriguez. And a throw coming. This portion of the match is brought to you by Yeti, the official partner of Austin FC2. Now Austin controlling the possession of this game, and they're doing a majority of it in the defensive half of Timbers 2. Jean will play out wide. Here's the goal scorer, Sebastian Pino, 19 years old. First goal in the Verde and Green. Toure. Verde and Black just dominating possession right now in this game. You see Timbers struggling to try to win the ball back. Moreno does win the ball back. Let's see if Ferdinand and company can set something up here offensively. Bilichuk. Bilichuk gives it right back to Austin. Ramirez. Griffith playing forward. Monzon, let's see if he can get going here. Monzon knocked over in the circle. That will draw the whistle. Monzon, a big boy out of Argentina. Leads the team in scoring with 6 goals. Last year for his club team in Argentina, he had 5 goals in 33 appearances. He scored in 6 of 8 games this season. Bravo. Penn gets inside. Trying to play it out to Witt to Weber, unable to get it through, and by Toure. Great positioning here this evening by Austin FC to make it difficult for Timbers2 to connect on their passes, trying to break the lines. Unable to do so as we'll have a foul committed by Moreno. Pressure there by Monzon, nearly forcing the turnover. Rodriguez switches sides. Rodriguez with space from the top of the air, blocked away by Bilichuk. This will go out for a corner. And you see, that's been a couple times. Rodriguez has cut to his left. This time had plenty of space to work with as he just works his way down the top of the box. No one stepping up. There you see the little deflection too by Bravo. Luckily that did not affect the save there by Bilichuk as he dove to the ground to make the stop. Toure on the far corner. The service headed away, but not cleared out. Sent over. Mike Burton trying to tee that up with his right foot. Good look here by Burton. Gets it down. Leaning just too far behind that ball on the shot attempt. So we will have a hydration break here as well. Austin dominating the game. 1-0 is our scores. We'll take a look back at that opening goal by Sebastian Pino. His first goal here. You have just solid work. Griffin playing it back, but plays it right to Rodriguez. Rodriguez going right to the end line, crossing over there. You see that near post run by Pino, and he gets it by the outstretched arm of Ryan Bilichuk. Great play by Rodriguez, finding Pino, the striker, and all he had to do was tap it in for his first goal of the season, second assist on the year for David Rodriguez. This game, it's been all Austin. They have controlled the possession right now, 64% to 36%. Right now, they also have 116 passes in the opposition's half. You're looking at Timbers2 just with 37 passes beyond midfield. Austin being more dynamic, being more ruthless here at the moment in this first 33 minutes of play. Timbers2, though, a chance here to catch their breath, get some final instructions here from Shannon Murray before going back out to the pitch. See if maybe they can make that one little adjustment with how they're playing, and maybe it just comes to how they're bringing the ball up. Right now we've seen Timbers2 try to use the width of the field to build up their play. Maybe they try to go down the middle, see if they can try to catch the midfield of Austin off guard. Gotta find a way to get the ball to the feet of Florian Monzon. See if we can get Blake Pope also getting up the field more as well as Penn. This portion of the match is brought to you by St. David's Healthcare, the official partner of Austin FC2. Bilichuk plays it to the center. Weber for Penn. Plays it in. Jean will play it back. That's Farrell. Go back to how sometimes in game he doesn't see the ball for minutes. It's been about 15 minutes since he last touched the ball. He's yet to see a shot on target. Hasn't had to make a save. Rodriguez, he's been all over the pitch here tonight for Austin. Coming in on the wing, this time going up the spine. Forces the foul as well. There you can see he's tripped up by Victor Griffith. Rodriguez last season with Phoenix Rising. Began his professional career with North Texas. He made his debut at the age of 16. With Atletico San Luis in Liga MX. Back post ball kept in by Hafferty. Near post, and that one sneaks through! And Austin FC takes a 2-0 lead. Salvatore Mazzaferro getting the goal for the Verde and Black. A little creativity here on the set piece. Toure playing it out. The service to the back post. Hafferty gets his head to it and then somehow sneaks by Bilichuk. Another near post goal for Austin FC. Talk about your creativity. That will come in the 36th minute. A lot of times you'll see teams just go immediately into the box on those set pieces. Well, Austin not doing it a few different times. Also on the corners, electing to play it short on numerous occasions. So the Canadian with his first goal, drafted in the 3rd round out of the University of South Florida. So the former Bull getting his first goal of his professional career. Ferdinand. Griffith. Penn. Weber turns away. Griffith stumbles over the ball, loses possession. Asensio. Ramirez tripped up. Rodriguez. Toure. Long shot on the ground. Just past the outstretched arms there, Bilichuk. Fifth corner of the game here for Austin. Asensio, long range, oh! Flies across the mouth and out of play. Tees it up with that left foot, but sends it wide. Austin FC not lacking in confidence this evening. Second in the standings coming into the evening. Best home record in all of MLS Next Pro. That's Western and Eastern Conference combined. 6 wins, another great crowd out tonight at Palmer Field at St. David's Performance Center. And talking with head coach Brett Utley about this crowd. Really loves the environment, the fan support they've seen, second to none. Talking about the mentality of how they play at home and how it's got to be as strong mentality as is played it out wide by Monzon. They got to play the way they want, and they have tonight. Ferdinand plays it in, looking for Vang. Pope will play it back. Bravo. Weber. Clegg. Monzon the striker. Trying to get by Toure. Corner coming for Timbers2, and they need this corner. Have to find a way to get creative right here. See if they can find one of those big boys. Monzon, Tyler Clegg comes up at 6'4". Another person that brings height and leaping ability. Ferdinand, another tall player for this Timber side. Here you see Clegg in the middle of the 6-yard box. He's the one at the near post. Pope sends it in the mixer, repelled away. Pope down the touchline. Near post. Noel gets by Weber. He's got room to roam. Noel, 2 runners with him. Plays it in. And back was Clegg. He had Rodriguez. He also had Pino there. Couldn't connect on the pass, so he's able to link up with one of those 2 players. Great chance for goal. Maybe Rodriguez still has one. Rodriguez blocked away by Bilichuk. Getting big right there as he went down to make the save. Talk about your counter right there for Austin. Unable to get a goal from it, but they very much could have had their 3rd goal if that pass is connected to either Rodriguez or Pino. One that Noel would like back on the pass try. Bang. Dispossessed of the ball. Mancefero getting the 2nd goal. Mancefero's goal coming in the 36th minute. Meanwhile, Pino's goal coming back in the 21st minute. And that's where we stand here as we get close to the break. Of course, we'll have highlights and stats for you and what else is going around in MLS Next Pro in the spotlight. Look at this last counter. Here's that pass back by Noel. Just a little, didn't have enough pace. It looked like he wanted to find Rodriguez there, but just did not have enough pace to get it to him. And they still had a great chance here. Rodriguez getting into his right foot, and there you see Bilichuk coming up, making himself big to make the save. Otherwise, this game could easily be 3-0 in favor of Austin. what Rodriguez has done here this evening, showing off both feet. We've seen a couple chances with the left foot that time, dragging the ball to his right. Bilichuk, though, with a better save. Sharp angle there for Rodriguez as well. Timbers2 just looking to get to the break right now. Like to get one last dash in. Key will be how much stoppage time is added on here in the first 45 minutes of play. 2 minutes of stoppage time will be added on. I wonder if we could see some early adjustments here in the second half as well for Timbers2. Weber looking for Penn. Toure, though, back in position. Stevie St. Louis-Jean. Louis-Jean will turn away. Louis-Jean, 18 years old, out of Haiti. Another ball switching sides for Rodriguez. Another beautiful pass across right to the feet of Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking across again. This time sent away by Clegg. Once again on the near post, Sebastian Pino. Almost the exact same thing we saw in that opening goal. Asensio, he had a rocket of a shot earlier in this first half too. And there is the whistle to end the first half of play. An absolute dominant performance by Austin FC as they will go to the locker room up 2-0, goals by Sebastian Pino and Salvatore Mazzan to give Austin FC that 2-0 lead. And for Timbers2, they're going to have to find a way to be more productive here in the attacking third if they want to get back in this one. Go take the break and try to readjust. I think if you're Austin FC, no big changes here after 45 minutes to play. Two new players with new goals. Their first here in their pro careers for Austin FC as Pino gets the first goal and Mats Farrell with the second. Our score here in a half, Austin FC 2, Timbers 0. Major League Soccer and RCX Sports have launched MLS Go, a groundbreaking recreational soccer program. Boys and girls aged 4 to 14 can now experience a fun, affordable, and local soccer journey this fall. MLS Go debuts in 18 markets, expanding access to the sport. You can go to MLSGo.com for more information. 2-0 here, Austin FC up against Timbers2. We will have highlights and stats from our first half coming up. But first, Michelle and Samara take us through Matchday 12 with this week's edition of Matchday Rewind.
MLS Next Pro's Matchday 12 kicked off Thursday alongside Messi Mania. Alongside Samara, I'm Michelle here with the biggest moments from the week.
The Messi effect definitely had a positive impact on our Inter Miami 2 boys. The team's Instagram follower count skyrocketed since Messi's move to MLS was reported. And it seems that the news also inspired Federico Higuain's squad, who went unbeaten this weekend with a 3-1 victory over FC Cincinnati 2 and a 1-1 draw against TFC 2. The Herons continue racking up points and followers.
And the craziness of the week carried on over into Huntsville. Jonathan Bolaños with a goal just 9 seconds into their match. Now, you might think that's the fastest goal in league history, but actually, it ties Crew 2's Marco Micheletto for fastest. And afterwards, Jack Collison was just really proud of the way his team responded, especially after last week.
And then disappointing to concede 2 poor goals again, but a big part about this group is development. We talk about development a lot and learning from mistakes from last week, not to go behind even further. And we're coming at half time and we knew we were really in the game. I said to them, we feel like we can win the game, and they all said yes.
Also finding the back of the net in Huntsville City FC's 4-2 win over St. Louis City 2, Adam Seapeach. At just 18 years old, the forward became the first Nashville SC Academy player to start and score for the organization. In turn, he was rewarded with a first team contract as the club's first ever homegrown player.
Speaking of prices, NYCFC 2's Piero Elias scored one of his own. The midfielder's first goals of the season led his team to a 3-1 victory against city rivals Red Bulls 2. With the win, Matt Pilkington's side evened this year's Hudson River Derby series and is now rolling on 4 straight wins. The boys in blue also reached 24 goals on the season to position themselves as the top 4 best offense in the East.
And the streaks just continue. Rapids 2 extending their unbeaten streak to 12 in a row thanks to a 1-0 win over LAFC 2 over the weekend. If you had to guess who the lone goal came from, and you guessed Yosuke Hanya, yeah, you would be correct. He was absolutely swarmed by defenders and still managed to find the back of the net off of his left foot. He's now up to 9 goals on the season, still good for first place in the Golden Boot standings.
We're inching closer to the halfway point of the season, so the competition is getting more fierce. Michelle and I will see you back here with the top moments from Matchday 13.
The focus of the best of Week 12 is next as Michelle has the spotlight. All but one match this week was decided by more than one goal. Let's look back at the wild week that was in MLS Next Pro.
Another match day spread across 4 days of action calls for a lot of standout performances. I'm Michelle with MLS Next Pro, bringing you your Match Day 12 players in the spotlight. Starting us off is your rising star of Match Day 12. It is none other than Union 2's Christopher Onley Jr. The 16-year-old scored the lone goal in Union 2's match against Atlanta United 2 to hand his team their second win in their last 3 games. The goal marked his 3rd on the season to go with his 3 assists so far. On top of this honor, his impact all over the field also secured him Man of the Match honors. The MLS Next Pro player of Matchday 12 with a similarly impressive performance to last week's honoree. This week it is Huntsville City FC's Kemi Amici, who netted 2 goals just 3 minutes apart. The midfielder's brace, alongside his single assist, accounted for 3 of the team's 4 goals. That helped HCFC mount the 4-2 comeback needed to secure just their 2nd win of the season. His impact coming in as a substitute in the 31st minute proved the difference in this one. Now, as for the best goal of Matchday 12, there were certainly a lot of stunners to choose from, but this one has to go to LA Galaxy 2's Alex Alcala. The forward with a quick pass, then pointing to the exact spot of where he wanted the ball, Amadine with the perfect assist and the ball through traffic, finding the back of the net. Alcala earned exactly 50% of the vote for best goal across all matches. Rounding out the Matchday 12 honorees, your team in the spotlight is Orlando City B. Their 4-goal shutout over FC Cincinnati 2 featured 4 different young Lions finding the back of the net. Jack Lynn got the scoring started with his 7th goal of the season, while Captain Juninho netted a free kick, earning him a nomination for best goal of the week. While he didn't walk away with that honor, his team did earn this one while extending their unbeaten streak at home this season in the process. Another big week of action coming up, 21 games across Match Day 13. We'll see you right back here next week for Who's in the Spotlight.
And now a look back at the Matchday 13 highlights from earlier this week.
David Paraba, the captain, scoring the lone goal for Crown Legacy FC 2 weeks ago. Looking to continue his momentum, 2 goals and 2 assists on the year. And Yuri Tavares, the left winger, in the center circle. Flipping it back out, headed away is Lapkus, and now an open net. Oh! Taken away by Roberts. On the far side, chance for an equalizer, off of it, and a goal! Long pass, atop the arc, Fushan kicks out, fires, goal! Filipovic went down. And that's going to do it. Columbus Crew 2, a 2-1 win.
Time to take a look at the starting 11. First for Kenny Bundy's group. And he talked about how his team had a very professional performance. Shannon Murray said that he's had this group consistently the last couple weeks. And he has Ryan Bilichuk in net. It will be Yair Gonzalez off of the post, into the net. Ikoba past the defender. Tega Ikoba! Monzon to put Portland ahead. He's pure on it. Here's your final chance. Into the box. Headed off Ray. Murata was open. There's your final whistle. Timbers 2 makes it 4 consecutive wins.
He starts Jacob Castro in goal, just his 2nd appearance of the year. Elias Katsaros, Hal Uderitz. How about Alenis Vargas with some space and speed? Alenis Vargas puts it in front. It's knocked down. Ball is loose. They score. Big opportunity generated in the early moments by Tacoma. Bradilio Rodriguez to his left foot, cross in front, and it's in! Didn't happen for them last week against San Jose. Can they make it happen tonight? Herrera, saved by Polskamp. 2-2 after 3 rounds. Ozzy Cisneros now had the first goal this evening for Kansas City. And Cisneros converts. And again, a must-score situation for Tacoma.
A native of Pickering, Canada, a 29-year-old between the pipes for the home team tonight. Nick Law, 35 years old in the middle. You heard that right. Bolaños crosses, kicked in, goal! Joe Ash calls for it in the middle. Cross track, there it is! 3rd time the charm. Moments away from Huntsville's first ever road win. Jesus Batis. Long goal from the left side. That stings for Huntsville. Probably not going to affect the outcome. It does not. It's a final.
To Steve Cook, this will be his starting 11. Getting his first start of the season will be Justin Roberts. Roberts, nice ball forward, tipped up, and this is going to be put in for the opening goal of the game. Toronto, that one also will be kicking at 7 p.m. Eastern. Firmino from long range, oh, Burr corner! Gannon, Fuson, crossing it back, the shot, oh, and it finds the corner! It's Brent Anujalfi! Morales sends it up and over, and now another chance for Columbus to close it out. Gannon The strike, and he gets it by Garces, and Columbus will take 2 points at home as they win in the penalty shootout by a score of 6-5.
A couple of changes. Jared Salazar will play in the midfield. Teo Enrique as well as Yekar Perlaza in the starting 11. The visitors will come out in a 4-2-3-1 as well. It may look like a 4-4-2 at times because this is a group dealing with a number of personnel changes. 8 changes specifically from their starting 11 last week. Vargas did a great job of looking to break lines and take advantage in transition. Then it was a well-slotted ball, just unfortunately a little too far in front to where Ochoa was able to collect. And another chance off the post! Still not out of pressure or quakes too as that one goes over the end line for a corner kick. Now here comes San Jose. Wende Jr. in transition. Down into the left corner. Sends a ball across. Shot on goal. Back on the attack. Shot blocked. Pondeka looking to break through.
Plenty of action in Matchday 13, but now we'll look at what's coming up here in Matchday 14. We'll begin Thursday night, St. Louis City taking on Minnesota Whitecaps, taking on LAFC to that one at 10 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. Then Friday, New England Revolution taking on Toronto FC in that one. And then back at it, full slate pretty much on Sunday with games beginning with Columbus Crew 2 taking on Huntsville City FC. Meanwhile, Tacoma Defiance will close out the night against this Austin FC side. Colorado Rapids right now trailing by a score of 2-0, so they might be looking to bounce back from their first loss. Timbers2 will host Real Monarchs as we take a look back at the opening highlights of play here between Austin FC and Timbers2. For Austin FC, they would get the opening goal. Look at this ball here by Rodriguez, driving to the end line, crossing near post, cutting to is Sebastian Pino to get the opening goal, his first goal for the Verde in Black. And Austin FC would not be done. They have been the more dangerous two, the more productive two here. Rodriguez getting it to his left foot and takes a deflection and knocked away by Bilichuk. David Rodriguez having a great first 45 minutes of play. Here he would be dragged to the ground, and then Griffith called for the foul, and this would set up the second goal for Austin FC. Toure plays it out wide. Noel will send this across, and then it would find Hafferty, and then it would be the center back Salvatore Mazzaferro getting his first goal of his career, the third-round pick, getting on the score sheet. Rodriguez dropping his back to Toure. Toure lines it up, sneaks through, and barely trickles wide of Bilichuk. Another beautiful ball across here. Trying to tee this up is Charlie Asensio with the left foot. Outstretched arms by Bilichuk. Doesn't have to make the save on that one, but nonetheless, Austin FC, the better of the two here in the first half. They have dominated the possession in the first 45 minutes of play. For Portland, too, they're just going to have to go back to the drawing board. They're going to have to reset. They have to find a way to get on the other side of midfield. They were not able to do very much of that during the first half. They're going to look to make some adjustments here coming out of the break, and we'll see how they respond. You wonder if the tired legs might be playing a factor here for Timbers2, having won in Houston on Thursday night. Maybe some heavy legs here this evening at Austin. Austin off since Sunday, so they are fresh and ready to go. Final meeting here in the regular season between these two sides. Austin won the first one up in Portland by a score of 1-0. It was David Rodriguez who had the lone goal in that game coming in the 4th minute. Portland able to weather the storm in that game, but unable to get an equalizer here. They'll try to jumpstart this second half. Timbers2 having won a club best 4 in a row coming into the evening. Meanwhile, Austin FC on a winning streak of their own, having won 3 straight after dropping 3 in a row. They'll make it look, they'll try to make it to 4 in a row here if they're able to hold on to this 2-0 win. Verde and Black, solid opening 45 minutes. What will the second 45 have in store? We'll find out in just a matter of moments. Florian Manzan. Quiet opening 45. And we are underway in the second half from Palmer Field at St. David's Performance Center in Austin, Texas, between Austin FC and Timbers2. Josh Toll with you. 2-0 lead for Austin FC. Goals coming from Sebastian Pino in the 21st minute. Then it'll be Salvatore Mazzaferro getting his first goal in the 36th minute. Rodriguez would assist on the opening goal. Then on the second goal, it'd be Hafferty getting the assist for the Verde and Black. Ferdinand, soft touch on that, misplayed it, trying to win the ball back now as Micah Burton goes to the ground. Looked like Ferdinand just caught in between decision making there on that giveaway. Burton will play it all the way back. Hafferty will play it outside. Austin FC, the best record in MLS Next Pro, 6 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw here at home. Bravo will slot it away. Weber on the return pass. Bravo. Bilichuk as well as Loss coming into the evening, both with 37 saves on the year. Loss, though, yet to be challenged by Timbers. Toure. Also look at this Austin FC side. What they've done in terms of set pieces, whether it be a corner or from the center of the field, just more imaginative in this game. Finding different ways to create opportunities to find a way to be successful in the final third. Noel, near side. Asensio down the line. Burton cutting his way inside. Noel trying to get between the legs of Ferdinand, unable to do so. Here's Victor Griffith. Looking for Monzon, tapped back by Hafferty. This hits off. Burton. Toure. CV Louis Jean. Asensio. The win tonight for Austin would put them 1 point behind Rapids 2. As they still trail 2-0 at home against Tacoma Defiance. Rapids 2 have yet to lose on the season. Coming into the weekend, Timbers2 were in the 8th spot, but with the games played today, currently sitting 10th. They will claw their way back in this and possibly get a win. They could move up to 6th in the standings. Moreno cuts it across. Burton. Bravo inching forward. Vang will give it back to Bravo. Griffith. Pope back in his home state. Comes on. Nice little through ball. Penn. Bravo. These two teams, last time each one lost, you have to go back to the month of May. Austin FC, they've won 3 in a row, all clean sheets, scoring 5 goals in that time. 7 goals now in their last 4 games. Coming into the evening, it was CJ Fodry, who had scored in back-to-back games for Austin FC. Possibly see Fodry off the bench here this evening. Griffith, talking with head coach Shannon Murray, big fan of Victor Griffith. His play that he's brought over from Panama, has first team experience, 10 caps as I mentioned earlier. Brought a level of experience to these young different players. His play, his mentality that he has. One of those players that he's just always working. You have to kick him out of the gym, goes about his business, a true professional. You have to have those players that set the example, set the tone. I always love someone that's continuously working on their game, trying to find ways to improve. That's Farrell. Toure. Noel slipped through. Pino nearly got to that. Rodriguez doing a good job trying to play it over this striker. Here Noel gives it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to get by 2 defenders, nearly does. Pope coming over, going to the ground. Timbers coming out with a little bit more intensity here in the second half. See if they can actually put Austin under some pressure. Timbers looking to switch sides for Pope. Penn unable to track this down on the far touchline. Consistency has been key here for Austin FC in these last 3 games. Big part of it, the players on the back line for head coach Brett Utley. Look at also players kind of going under the radar, like Ramirez, a couple other guys as well. Played forward and chested down. Penn. Bang. Ferdinand. Clegg. Nice little through ball connecting with Weber. The service. Long ball. Jean plays it off Weber. Asensio charging up. Burton. Burton out of Minnesota. He's rep U.S. at the U17 level. He's also scored 5 goals for the U.S. side. Does have 1 goal on the season. Toure. Noel. Ferdinand hustling for the ball, gets it for the moment. Played it to space. Trying to be Asensio to the ball, and he's going to have the first yellow of the game. I think the thought process is Ferdinand, but gets a little too physical here with Asensio. So Keyshawn Ferdinand with the first booking of the game. There he wins the ball back, and they're just trying to play it around Asensio. Asensio does a good job getting in front of the ball, and then you can see Ferdinand clearly lowering his shoulder in frustration into the backside of Asensio. Fang calling for the foul. Jean to Toure. So we see some subs here made, at least for the Timbers side, in the next few minutes. A lot of times you'll see at the 60th or 65th minute. Time off for both these two teams as they'll both play on Sunday next week. The cross, but no one home, but coming up late is Burton on the backside. Burton. Toure. Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking for Pino once again. Pino drags it back with the left, and Pino has a brace on the evening for Austin FC. Look at this effort here by Austin Rodriguez to the end line. We see him do that all night on a near post ball. There, gets it to Pino. Pino with the left foot and puts it in the back corner for his second of the game. Verde and Black controlling this game. Pino with a goal here in the 60th minute. 19 years old out of Santiago, Chile. And what a game here this evening in front of the home crowd. Just look at these various players for Austin. Everyone having a solid game here this evening. Still looking to maybe add another one to their total. Rodriguez. Luis Jean on the overlap, crossing. Rodriguez. Rodriguez, oh! Back-to-back goals within a minute for Austin FC. Rodriguez with an assist and a goal in tonight's game. Not afraid to put the pedal down. Great cross, hits off Pino, and then right into the oncoming body of David Rodriguez. And no doubt about it, this time from Rodriguez, slots it into the corner. And Austin FC has a commanding 4-0 lead. Back-to-back goals for Austin FC in the span of 1 minute. Sebastian Pino in the 60th minute, and then David Rodriguez in the 61st. Confidence is brewing for Austin FC. And now they're looking to add to that total. Rodriguez has numbers inside. Rodriguez cuts it back. Ferdinand, though, there. Noel was coming on late. Boy, if we would have had 3 goals in the span of 2 minutes, that would have been something else. Impressive nonetheless for the Verde and Black. Cafferty will send it in. Sent away by Clegg. Timbers right now got to hope just to get that one. Just take away the clean sheet, try to spoil some of the fun here for the Austin faithful. Ramirez, Asensio, Burton. Noel, he's going to dial it up from long range. Crowd loving what they are seeing. A round of applause. No one stepping up. Toure. Rodriguez. Ramirez. Asensio, back post, headed on. Nice ball in there. Headed on target, but Bilichuk able to make the stop on Noel. Asensio has 2 runners here that he can go to, gets it to Noel. Player behind him was Luis Jean. So that gets by Noel. Steve Luis Jean has a great chance as well. Austin just on the same page throughout the night. Noel Asensio. This ball deflected out. This portion of the match brought to you by SeatGeek, the official partner of Austin FC 2. Into the area. Burton at the top of the box. Still get to see a sub from either side. Four goals in the game for Austin FC. First one coming from Sebastian Pino in the 21st minute, assisted by David Rodriguez. Going to be Salvatore Mazzaferro scoring in the 36th minute. Assisted on the play by Hafferty here. Clegg hoping to get his side going. 2 goals here in the second half as well for Austin. It'd be David Rodriguez in the 61st minute, but a minute before that, it would be Sebastian Pino with his second goal. There you see the long-range shot attempt from Clegg. Steve Lee Jean with the assist on the goal to Pino, his second one. Rodriguez, the only goal that has yet to be credited with an assist. Coming into the night, 7 different goal scorers for Austin now, that total up to 9. Timbers need to try to get a jolt of energy here and get Penn going, get Monzon going. You wondered if that might happen if a sub is brought on. Now Timbers2 just trying to get out of the state of Texas. Toure. Rodriguez back to Toure. Headed on! Burton nearly found that far post. Beautiful pass across. Toure, nice little scoop pass there. Burton able to get his head to it, but nothing happening there. This portion of the match brought to you by Body Armor, an official partner of Austin FC 2. Burton gets by Ferdinand. Noel. Toure just over the crossbar. Austin FC Well, they can be a threat inside the 18 or outside, as we've seen here tonight. Toure with that right foot looking dangerous. Couldn't get any dip behind it, though. Just a pure line drive as we'll have 2 subs come on here for Austin FC. And Noel will come off. Fodrian. And Pino will come off. Santillan will come on. So a brace for Sebastian Pino tonight. So look at now, Fodry coming on. 13th overall pick in this year's MLS Super Draft. Cut out there by Fodry. Nice through ball, just too heavy of a touch there. Rodriguez was all alone ahead as he got behind Bravo. Just see the different lanes that Austin FC has used tonight to find different runs. Just controlling this game from start here at the 72nd minute. Ramirez, the 22-year-old. Fodry. Look at Fodry, drafted 13th overall out of San Diego State University, but he does have professional playing experience back when he was a 17-year-old with San Diego Loyal in the USL Championship. Scored a goal at the age of 17, ultimately played in 5 games before heading to university. Was a big performer in his 1 year with San Diego State as he looks to attack. Fodry staying on his feet, trying to get around Ferdinand. He's dragged to the ground. Talking with head coach Brett Utley about the experience that Fodry has. We'll have a yellow card handed out as well. Crowd not liking that. Never do. Santillan, the player given the yellow card. But talking about CJ Fodry and how usually when you come from college, you're just not used to the length of a season. That will play a factor, not used to going against grown men, but he did that as a 17-year-old. So he understood that aspect of it. The shorter season, though, being the biggest thing. You look at it right now, the season being about 20 weeks in, really taking a toll on the body. You see how players adjust throughout that time. Of course, Fodry having scored in back-to-back games before this evening. So he still has a chance to make it 3 in a row if he's able to get on the score sheet. Ferdinand, we're used to see him just bounding up the touchline. Haven't seen much of that tonight, really because of the lack of possession here for Timbers2. Ramirez. Burton. Asensio. players just drop back by Timbers2, giving Austin so much space to work with to make the decision on where they want to pass the ball or if they want to strike the ball. Gives them a lane to attack as well. I hear Fodry trying to reconnect with Asensio. Asensio on the end line. Fodry will let this go out of play, and we'll have our 7th corner of the evening now for Austin. Seven corners to just 3 for Timbers2. Possession 60-40, but it feels like more than that for Austin. Toure headed up by Ferdinand, not out. This portion of the match brought to you by HEB, the official partner of Austin FC2. Now we'll come to our hydration break here in the second half. Timbers2 still yet to make a sub. We'll see if that changes here, maybe after this break. One other game going on, St. Louis leading Real Monarchs by a score of 2-0. Looking at what's up next for these two teams. Timbers2 will be hosting Real Monarchs. That'll be 6 p.m. Pacific time up in Portland. Meanwhile, Austin FC, they'll be on the road. They'll be at Tacoma Defiance. That won't be Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. This is the final regular season meeting between these two sides. Austin FC looking for their second win over Timbers2. They got the first one up in Portland by a score of 1-0. The man that scored in that one, David Rodriguez, who does have a goal in tonight's game. He also has an assist as well. Sebastian Pino with a brace here tonight. Salvatore Monteferro also getting his first goal in his professional career. Timbers2, you can't say they've had many opportunities here this evening, and that really has been the backbreaker tonight for Timbers. Just their lack of ability to get it across midfield to create any kind of opportunities. It's been an absolute quiet night for Florian Monzon, Joshua Pinn. Blake Pope hasn't been able to drive forward on the ball. Look at Austin doing a great job just stretching the back line. So we'll have a substitution coming on here for Timbers2 as Diego Elizalde will come in. Elizalde will come in for Tristan Weber. Elizalde, 18-year-old academy product for Timbers2. Look at what's pretty remarkable in this 3-game winning streak for Austin is they've shut out every single team, and they're looking to do it for a 4th time if they're able to hold on to this win here for the next 10 minutes or so without allowing Timbers to get on the score sheet. Timbers2 coming into the game had outscored their opponents 10-4 in their 4-game winning streak, but that's going to come to a close here. It looks like most likely. Well, we've seen some crazy 10 minutes in the game of soccer. Timbers2 hoping for one of those crazy 10 minutes right here. Back heel. Ball sent wide by Ramirez. so far this season for Timbers2. They have yet to get a draw. They've yet to go to a shootout. 6 wins, 7 losses on the season. They're hoping to get to 500 tonight, but it looks like they're going to be handed their 8th loss. Meanwhile, for Austin FC, they're going to get their 9th win of the season and their 7th at home. That's right now in MLS Next Pro play. Rapids 2 handed their first loss of the season, stopping their remarkable run that they've had. Best start ever to an MLS Next Pro season. Didn't lose in the span of 12 match days, breaking the previous set last year, obviously in the inaugural season. That was at 11. Fodry will play it over. Asensio. Elzaldi plays it up. Monzon with the right back post. And it looked like Lost might have got his fingertips to that. Well, head coach Brett Utley says he'll go minutes without seeing a ball. Monzon, one of the best strikers right now in MLS Next Pro, looking for that far post. Lost with a big save to keep this game 4-0. Monzon, 6 goals on the season, having scored in 6 of the 8 games this year. Top 5 in scoring in the league for Monzon. High arcing ball. Pen from the top, but right at Loss. So Loss see more shots on target here in the last minute than he's seen in the previous 81. Nice ball here in on the corner. Monzon. Bravo playing it to the top there where Penn awaits. Monzon was the player that went down in the box trying to draw a penalty. Didn't get the foul to lead to that, as we'll have 3 subs now for Austin. So Pinkham will come in. Rodriguez off. How about the game for Rodriguez? A goal and an assist here tonight. Ariano will come on for Micah Burton. And then Torres will come on for Toure. You have to hand it to Austin FC. Between their midfield linking up with their attackers, just an absolute performance here this evening. On for Pope. Pope to his left foot. That's one that Pope would like back. Good job here by Pope. Creating space. You see Fodry coming back, playing deep defensively. And had a runner on the back post. Elzaldi applying the pressure. Elzaldi has been a pest since coming on. Trying to make things difficult, just trying to force that mistake, see if they can pounce on it. Have to love the effort from Elzaldi here. With 5 minutes remaining. You also got to love as a coach just seeing the effort all the way through, knowing that you're most unlikely going to not come back from 4 goals down, but still putting in the work. slow start for Timbers2 this season. And found their way these last 4 games before coming in to tonight's match against Austin. Definitely some games they can build on. This one they'll want to forget, but there's going to be a lot of places they can take from this game and learn from the mistakes that were made and improve going into next week. It's going to be all about those improvements that are made over practice time here next week. And even with this performance by Austin, I'm sure head coach Brett Utley, he's going to have a few things that he picks out on tape that he's going to want to see improvement from his side. Ferdinand. Ferdinand. Cut out by Fodry. Santillan back to Fodry. Fodry! Denied by Bilichuk. Well, Fodry looking for 3 straight games with a goal, at least for now, denied by Bilichuk. Ramirez. Louis-Jean. Santillan to Fodry. Santillan sending the ball forward there. Torres was on the back post. Great chance here for Fodry. Nice threaded ball by Santillan. Fodry, it's just him and the keeper, and another big stop by Bilichuk. He's made 2 really good saves on great looks. The first one in the first half by Rodriguez, and that time against Fodry. Some positives still for Timbers2 to take away in this game. Ariano. Ramirez. Steve Louis-Jean will play it out. Hafferty, who has an assist in the game. Gets it on the end line. Knocked over by Bravo. Three of the 4 goals tonight had assists for Austin. We'll run through those goal scorers here after this corner. Now the former San Diego State Aztec will take this left-footed ball. Fodry, back post, over Mazzaferro. Go back to how this game began, the 21st minute. Sebastian Pino with the goal, assisted by David Rodriguez. Then, 15 minutes later, be Salvatore Mazzaferro with his first professional goal. That one would be assisted by Hafferty. And then the second goal of the night for Pino would come in the 60th minute, assisted by Steve Louis-Jean. And then David Rodriguez would get the last goal, that one coming back in the 61st minute. Back-to-back goals a minute apart. They almost had a third one during that time frame. Almost scored 3 goals 2 minutes apart. They've just been dynamic here this evening. They have been on the front foot all night and have not let up on the gas. Santillan will play it out wide. Good job there by Clegg, getting his right foot to the ball to prevent that pass from coming over. Ariano was waiting wide open. 3 minutes of stoppage time will be added on. Once this game comes to a close, we'll have the Adidas Man of the Match. A few different players you could pick out from Austin for that award tonight. Inward swinging ball, near post. That went up and over everyone. Alzafero tried to leap to get it, unable to do so. Someone's making a back post run for Austin. Maybe has a chance. Up next for Austin FC at Tacoma Defiance, 10 p.m. Eastern next Sunday. Timbers2 will be hosting Real Monarchs, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Their 4-game winning streak is going to come to a close, and now Austin FC will be on a 4-game winning streak of their own. That now is the best in MLS Next Pro after Colorado Rapids 2 fell tonight. Bang. Always the ebbs and flows of a season. Depends on how you bounce back. Good effort right there by Pope. Again, you have to love that. If you're Timbers2 coach, Shannon Murray, yes, you're not going to be happy with the result, but you love how your team is playing until the final whistle. Not giving in, not slouching, not slacking off. Fodry strikes back post. Afferty was on that back post. Shot, pass, doesn't matter. Damian Loss is going to have his 7th clean sheet of the season. Really only had 2 tough saves to make. Both those coming here in the second half of play. He was ready though. Even with the lack of shots, still the focus and concentration that he had to make those 2 saves, helping his team to its 7th clean sheet of the season. And there is the final whistle. Austin FC gets the win 4-0. Sebastian Pino with 2 goals. The first goal in the 21st minute. Then in the 60th minute, Salvatore Mazzaferro with a goal in the 36th minute. And then David Rodriguez would wrap things up in the 61st minute. He would have a goal and assist. An absolute performance here tonight from Austin FC as they get a win on their home turf by a score of 4-0. Tonight's man of the match for Austin FC is Sebastian Pino. What a game for Pino. Gets his first career goal and then would follow it up with his second. He is our Adidas man of the match. And here, this ball played over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez going right at Weber, gets to the inline, cuts across, coming over near post. Sebastian Pino, that would be his first goal in the 21st minute. He would not be done. Here, you get Rodriguez once again driving in. Pino there, not able to get the ball. Now does. Cuts it to his left foot, gets it in the corner. That goal coming in the 60th minute. As he is our man of the match, presented to you by Adidas. Austin FC with the win by a score of 4-0 for our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew. I am Josh Toll once again. Our final score here, Austin 4, Timbers 0. Don't forget you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Thank you for tuning in. as Austin FC gets the win 4-0. I'm Josh Toll for this crew. Good night.
This copyrighted broadcast of MLS Next Pro may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcasted without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.